Welcome! I am so happy that you're here with me today to talk about essential oils and this trend that's really sweeping the world right now. That's absolutely crazy. They're so popular and for good reason. I've been using them for the past couple years and let me just tell you, they have transformed my life. I absolutely love them because they support every single system in the body. They're all about vibrancy, non-toxic, and just a wonderful tool to have in your natural tool belt. And let me just tell you, I never really thought I'd be the type of gal that used essential oils. So I should introduce myself. My name is Genevieve. I have a blog and YouTube channel called Mama Natural. And since 2010, I've really been advocating for and educating families about natural living. And that's because I really had a huge transformation in my personal journey. Back in 1999, I was a junk food junkie. I couldn't get past 10 a.m. without sugar, nicotine, NutraSweet, caffeine, sugar, some kind of stimulant. And I was 60 pounds overweight and just really unhappy. But by God's grace, I put away all of that nonsense. I stopped eating the junk food and the processed foods. And I just started taking this journey of natural living. And I lost the weight. It's been 15 plus years and I feel amazing. And essential oils is just kind of the next evolution in my journey. You know, I started with the food, I went to beauty products, then cleaning products. And what's so cool is now I can actually use essential oils for my beauty products, for my cleaning products, and I'm saving money. So how about you? You might be here because you're brand spanking new to essential oils. You want to learn all about them. Or maybe you have a kit at home or have just a couple bottles of essential oils at home, but you're not sure what to do with them. And I can completely identify with that. I was like that for many years. Or maybe you are a seasoned oiler and you're just coming along for the ride. Whatever the reason, I'm so happy that you're here with me. Now I'd like to share what we're going to cover today. First, a little chemistry lesson, and I promise it will be short and sweet. Then I'll dive into the history of essential oils. I'll then show you how you actually use your essential oils. And then I'm going to go over around 10 essential oils that I think are excellent to begin with. Now be sure to stay tuned to the very end of this presentation because I have 3 special bonuses just for you. Okay, before I dive in, I need to give a quick disclaimer. I'm not a medical professional. I don't play one on TV. I cannot diagnose, cure, treat, prescribe anything to anyone, and trust me, you don't want me to. What I'm sharing is simply for educational purposes only. It's based on my research and the experts in the field. So take what you like and leave the rest. So let's begin with the question, what are essential oils? Well, in a word, plants. And if you think about it, plants are not only foundational for our planet, but they've been intimately tied to our physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being really since the beginning of time. And that's what essential oils are, plants. Now to get more technical, they are the aromatic volatile liquids that are found within shrubs, flowers, trees, roots, bushes, and seeds. Sometimes they're called the lifeblood of the plant. Now, essential oils might be hot right now or trending, but they really are nothing new. They've been around for a long time. They are really our oldest form of known medicine, dating back to 4500 BC. The Egyptians were the first people to exclusively make use of aromatherapy and aromatic herbs and included their use in religion, cosmetics, as well as for medicinal purposes. Distillation pots have been found dating back to 3500 BC. Essential oil pots were found in King Tut's tomb. China and India used plants and extracts for medicinal purposes, and the Greek and Roman empires also used essential oils for aromatherapy and massage. Essential oils and/or the plants used for essential oils were big in biblical times. 36 of the 39 books of the Old Testament and 10 of the 27 books of the New Testament mention essential oils or the plants that produce them. You'll also find over 14,000 references to essential oils in our National Library of Medicine. You can go to pubmed.org and check it out yourself. Now, through the centuries, pharmaceuticals have replaced herbal and plant essential oils. Now, don't get me wrong, there is definitely a time and place for Western medicine. Thank God we have it. My dad was in a near-fatal car accident in 2009. He would not be alive today if it wasn't for Western medicine. But I think we've taken things overboard. If we have this slight discomfort, many of us will run to the nearest Walgreens and get some over-the-counter medicine, and there are consequences to this. Now, it's interesting to note that actually a lot of pharmaceuticals have their origins or their inspiration from plants. Let me give you a couple examples. The antihistamine ephedrine originally came from a plant called Ephedra sinica that's been used in Chinese medicine for 5,000 years. And all opiates, like morphine, codeine, they originally came from the poppy. Aspirin is also patterned after the bark of the white willow tree. So you can see plants are very powerful substances. Now, the chemistry of an essential oil is very complex and may consist of hundreds of unique chemical compounds. Lavender, for example, has a range of 400 chemical constituents, which is why it has so many uses. In fact, there's a saying that if you have an issue, try lavender. Essential oils also have a unique ability because they're made up of such tiny molecules to penetrate the cell membrane. They are also highly concentrated and far more potent than a dried herb, and that's because of the distillation process and the quantity of the plant that goes into each drop of essential oil. To give you an idea, 1 drop of Young Living's peppermint oil is the equivalent to 26 cups of peppermint tea. So they're very concentrated and they're very powerful. And because of their potency, that's why they're so popular. Here's just an overview of essential oil benefits when used regularly. Aid in maintaining normal cellular regeneration, supportive of the body's natural detoxification process, defend against unwanted guests in our bodies, are oxygenating, are aromatic, are high in antioxidants, are mood supportive, and that's because some can actually cross the blood-brain barrier. They promote overall vitality and wellness, and they're helpful for supporting all body systems, from skeletal to muscular, to cardiovascular, to digestive, to endocrine, to nervous, to respiratory, to lymphatic, to urinary, to reproductive. I also love that essential oils are living. Each oil, just like every living thing, carries a scientifically measurable frequency. Essential oils have the capacity to raise your body frequency. So the idea is the more you're applying oils on yourself and your family, the higher your body frequency and the potential for overall health and wellness. Now, rose has the highest frequency of any oil. You can see that on the chart here. It also happens to be the most expensive oil that Young Living carries. Now, it's best to use them often to get these kinds of results. Now, it's interesting to note that fresh produce has a frequency of around 15 megahertz. So as you can see in comparison, essential oils are so much more intense and concentrated. ORAC stands for Oxygen Radical Absorbance Capacity. So in other words, this helps to inhibit harmful free radicals. Now, essential oils are very powerful antioxidants. To give you an idea of how strong they are in comparison to food, hazelnuts contain around 10,000 on the ORAC chart. Clove oil contains over 1 million. So just as our bodies are constantly changing and adapting to the environment, so are plants and thus essential oils. They're adapting to the environment, the weather, the soil. And this is the beautiful thing about therapeutic grade essential oils. They are always a little bit different from batch to batch because they aren't made up in a laboratory. In fact, if you purchase a lavender essential oil from the store, and every time you purchase it, it smells exactly the same, this can actually be a red flag that that oil has been altered. Now, when you choose your essential oils, it's super important to do your homework. Unfortunately, about 10 years ago, I got wind of this whole essential oil thing, so I went to Whole Foods, I looked at all their different brands, I purchased some that I thought smelled good. I came home and I started using them for cleaning, for beauty, for my skin, and I did not notice a difference. In fact, I remember having to use about 1/3 of the bottle even to smell them. And it really kind of soured me on essential oils because I felt like these do not work. So there are 4 different types. Now, the first is commercial grade oils. These are the kinds that you'll see in industrial cleaning products. Orange oil, for example, is a very popular one. The second class is fragrance or perfume grade. Now, these actually usually have petrochemicals added. It's not disclosed on the bottle, but these can be carcinogenic. So you definitely want to stay away from these. The third class is food or flavoring grade. So you'll see this maybe in peppermint candy or lemon drops, that kind of thing. And the fourth and final type are therapeutic grade. These are safe enough when used properly to put on your skin, to inhale, to ingest without harm. Now, only 2% of all essential oils produced in the world right now are therapeutic grade. And that is what we're going to be talking about tonight. These are the oils that you cannot find at your local health food store or grocer. So many of the ones that you find at the store, they're actually cut with neutral smelling oils that are hard to detect by the untrained nose. They also might use leftover oils from the second or third distillation process, and these aren't going to be as potent. If you think of it as coffee, if you've got your coffee grounds, that first cup of coffee is going to be really strong, really fragrant, really therapeutic, right, to get you up in the morning. But if you started adding hot water to those old used grounds, the second and the third time, it's going to be weaker and weaker. Now, the products you can find at health food stores, I cannot vouch for. What I'm going to be talking about is therapeutic grade. I'm going to be talking about Young Living essential oils. Now, I really fell in love with Young Living from a personal experience. I went and saw a physical therapist, and she did a lot of body work on my shoulder. And she was using these amazing oils like frankincense and Panaway, and I was like, oh my gosh, what are these oils? They smell amazing, and I always felt so good when I left her office. And she introduced me to Young Living. And because I'm such a researcher, I did a lot of homework to be sure that these were really high quality. And everything I found out about this company really impressed me. Young Living was founded in 1993, so it's one of the oldest, most trusted essential oil companies in the world. It has more than 20 years of research and experience. It is the only essential oil company who owns their own farms. Okay, so you can actually go to these farms, you can see the plants, you can harvest them with the company. It's amazing. And they have something called the seed to seal guarantee. And this means from the seed that they select to the final seal on your essential oil bottle, you are guaranteed the purest and most potent essential oils out there. In their farming practice, they use the proper species of seed. Everything that's grown is beyond certified organic standards. There are no pesticides or chemicals used on their farms. They have crews that hand pick the weeds and use their own essential oils for natural pest deterrents. I have been to their farms. It is amazing for what a big company Young Living is, how hands-on it is. It really feels like a small batch type of company. It's crazy. Now, they harvest at the appropriate time of the year for that plant. They distill the right part of the plant, and they use a low temperature steam without using chemicals. Their oils are rigorously tested in-house, but also by a third party. In fact, only 28% of oils sampled tested are sold due to their high-quality standards. They are bottled with care and labeled at their warehouses in Spanish Fork, Utah. Young Living also has the greatest selection. They have hundreds of essential oils to choose from. They make it really easy and affordable for beginners to get started as well. So I love that. And finally, Young Living really is about community. I am plugged into this huge network of support. I have learned so much. I have been supported every single step of the way. So that's something that's really special about Young Living versus just purchasing them at some health food store. And that support is actually really important because when you get one of these bottles of essential oil, you're kind of thinking, okay, what do I do with this? And that's what we're going to talk about now. How do we actually use essential oils? Now, there are really three main ways. The first is direct inhalation. Now, if you think about it, when you smell something, it can trigger memories. So when I smell lilacs, for example, I think of my grandma. And research actually shows that when we inhale pure constituents of these oils, they can stimulate the olfactory receptors in our brain that activate memory, emotion, and basically influence our state of mind. So in less than a second, a scent has the power to activate these responses, and we don't get this from any other scents. Now, one of the easiest ways you can inhale your oils is with a diffuser. These appliances are awesome. You just add a little bit of water, a couple of drops of your favorite essential oil, you put this machine on, and what it does is it breaks apart the oil into tiny little molecules that fills your room with this incredible and therapeutic aroma. Did you know that indoor air quality can be more toxic than city air? Carpet, chemicals, and dirt can contribute to poor indoor air quality. So I've got several of these diffusers for many rooms in my house. In my kitchen, in my office, in my living room, in my bedroom. And it's such a better option than candles or incense because many of them contain carcinogens, they can contribute to asthma and allergies, and may even contain neurotoxins. The second way you can experience oils is through topical application. Because of their molecular structure, essential oils are rapidly absorbed by the skin. When applied topically, it takes 20 minutes for an oil to affect every cell in the body, and it's then metabolized within about 2.5 hours. Now, it's not really rocket science. You basically want to apply your essential oils where you're feeling any kind of discomfort. The key is to dilute your essential oil because they are very, very concentrated. So what I like to do is actually make roll-ons. You fill this with any kind of cold pressed vegetable oil, so like olive or almond, and then you just add a couple drops of essential oil, and then it has a nice little roll-on, and you can just apply it wherever you need the support. Now, a good rule of thumb for adults, you want to add 1 or 2 drops of essential oil per teaspoon of carrier oil. For children, you could do 1 or 2 drops per tablespoon of carrier oil. Now, you also could add a few drops to your Epsom salts and put them in your bath for a wonderful effect. But you also can use spray-ons or roll-ons. You can mix it into hand cream. It's really endless on how you can use them topically as long as you dilute them. Now, a few warnings: don't ever put oils in your ears or your eyes because essential oils will sting. Now, if you do that, just you get a little bit more carrier oil and use that to flush out the essential oil. Now, some oils are toxic for animals, particularly cats, so be sure you educate yourself. There's some great books and online sources, and there's actually some Facebook pages dedicated to that. Finally, if you're pregnant or nursing, you'll want to consult with a doctor as there are certain oils you want to avoid. Now, some citrus oils are photosensitive, so if you apply them topically, avoid being in the sun for 24 hours after you apply them. And finally, you can use these oils by internally consuming them. So I like to add some of these to my culinary creations. So peppermint to peppermint bark is absolutely delicious. You can make orange brownies or fudge. You can add lemon to your lemonade. It's really endless. So experiment and find what works for you and kind of what you feel comfortable doing. Some people also like to consume these oils therapeutically. So follow directions on the bottle, and you also may want to check in with a healthcare provider. Just to re-hit on topical application, a great place to apply the oils is on the feet because it's really thick skin, it's away from all mucous membranes. This is a great place to use oils with children. And you also may have heard of reflexology, and you can use that same concept in applying oils to your feet. Okay, now we know how to use our essential oils. Let's talk about which are some great oils to begin with. Now I'm going to go over some of my absolute favorite for beginners. Let's start with the classic lavender. This is history's most celebrated and versatile essential oil. Lavender is the most adulterated essential oil in the world too because it's so popular. So it's really important to know what you are getting. Now, I've actually been to Young Living's farm, saw their beautiful lavender and how it was harvested. Now, Young Living lavender probably smells different than your lavender lotion at home or maybe your lavender shampoo. And that's because we don't use any fragrance. This is the pure plant. So let's talk about how you can use it. Lavender is known as a Swiss Army knife because it has so many different uses. So let's talk about some specifics. One, it assists the bodies when adapting to occasional stress. It helps to relax and calm ourselves for restful sleep. It also soothes and cleanses healthy skin. You also can diffuse for a comforting and calming aroma. You can add a few drops to your nighttime bath. I like to use this oil on my skin. I even add a drop to my mascara tube for thicker, longer lashes. Lavender is also gentle and effective for kids of any age. Also, if your kids are old enough, you can give them their very own roll-on. So I'll just add a couple drops of lavender, add some carrier oil, give it to my kid, and he absolutely loves having his own roll-on, and I teach him how to use it, so just something to keep in mind. The next oil I want to talk about is peppermint. It's one of the oldest and most highly regarded herbs for soothing digestion. Peppermint has a wonderful, refreshing, and uplifting aroma. Now let's talk about some of the uses. It's highly regarded for soothing digestion. It promotes healthy intestinal function. It promotes healthy bowel function. It can help curb appetite. It enhances the flavor of food and water. It may support performance during exercise, and it may improve concentration and mental sharpness. I like to use peppermint if I've got a big day ahead of me because it really helps me focus. Now this oil is stronger, so it's not recommended for children under 6. It also can reduce breast milk supply in some women, so keep that in mind. Next up is Young Living's lemon oil. This is a clean, fresh, and vibrant oil. It's cold pressed from the rind of the lemon, so it's not from the pulpic acidic juice. So it's not harsh on the teeth, and it's chocked full of antioxidants. This is a great oil to use to uplift your mind and body. It contains 68% of D-limonene, a powerful antioxidant. It aids normal digestion. It may support the nervous system. It's delicious in foods and beverages when properly diluted. And I actually love to diffuse lemon when my kids are around because it's very safe, very uplifting, and we go through lots of bottles of lemon in my house. Frankincense. This is a very valuable and sought-after oil. In fact, frankincense used to be more precious than gold during ancient times. It's mentioned in one of our oldest known medical records dating back to the 16th century BC. Now, what's really cool about this particular tree is that the distillation process takes 2 weeks, and a frankincense tree cannot be tapped unless it's at least 40 years old. So that's really cool. I feel like it needs to get wisdom or something pretty neat. It's also interesting to note that frankincense trees grow out of polished marbled rocks without soil. So it's a very durable plant. Frankincense is considered the holy anointing oil in the Middle East, where it's been used in religious ceremonies for thousands of years. It's been used in the Catholic Church. It has a very earthy scent, it's grounding, and it's great for prayer and meditation. Let's talk about some other uses. It's calming and relaxing, so you can diffuse it for emotional well-being. You can use it for massage after activity, and it may help to smooth the appearance of healthy-looking skin. Now, frankincense is an expensive oil, so a lot of times you'll see it cut with cheaper oils like lavender or eucalyptus or tea tree. So it's really important, again, that you know where your frankincense is coming from. And I love the fact that this expensive oil is included in the Young Living Starter Kit. Another really popular oil from Young Living is called Thieves. This is an oil blend, and it includes clove, lemon, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus, and rosemary. It's very high in antioxidants, which makes it so beneficial. And this was actually the oil that really sold me on Young Living. It got me through those hard winters in Chicago, and it really boosted my wellness. Now, there's actually a legend behind Thieves. During the late Middle Ages, the bubonic plague was devastating Europe. Yet 4 thieves were robbing dead and dying victims, but were not contracting this plague themselves. When the thieves were finally caught, officials offered leniency if they would reveal their secret. Turns out they were dousing themselves with a special concoction of aromatic herbs, many of which are found in thieves' oil today. So let's talk about today's uses. Thieves is an ideal complement to a daily wellness regimen. This essential oil blend is highly regarded for its ability to support the immune system. It includes eucalyptus, which may help maintain a healthy respiratory system, and it supports oral health. Now, Thieves Blend can be found in many of Young Living's most popular products as a safe and natural alternative to harsh chemicals and cleaners. In fact, there is a whole line of Thieves products, from floss to toothpaste to my husband's favorite, Thieves mouthwash. This stuff will kick coffee breath like nobody's business. And they also have a wonderful cleaner. Now, this cleaner you can literally use on everything: counters, windows, mirrors, toilets, even your dog, and it's all in one cleaner. And you don't have to worry about chemicals of any kind. And it's such an amazing value. When you follow the dilution instructions on the bottle, you will make 14 30-ounce bottles. That means each bottle is only $1.50, which is so much cheaper than the toxic stuff, but also cheaper than the green cleaning products out there. Okay, let's move on to the next oil. Purification. This is another oil blend from Young Living, and this oil really surprised me. It contains citronella, and I thought I would absolutely hate it, because when I was a kid, my neighbor used to light those citronella candles, and I could not stand the smell. It was so strong and harsh. Well, now I know better. I know that that candle she was burning didn't actually have the pure essential oil of citronella in it. It was probably some chemical concoction. This oil actually smells amazing. In fact, I know some people that like to wear it as perfume. Aside from just citronella, this oil blend contains lemongrass, lavender, rosemary, tea tree, and myrtle. I love this oil because it freshens the air like nobody's business, and it eliminates odor. I use it for hotel rooms, or really if I'm staying any place away from my home. But in my home, I love it for my trash bins. I use it to neutralize my daughter's diaper pail, but also our main kitchen trash. It also soothes and cleanses common skin irritation. I've also used it as deodorant. I just put a couple drops in a little dollop of coconut oil, I put it on my armpits, and I'm good to go. You also can enjoy it topically. Because purification contains citronella, it makes an effective and non-toxic insect deterrent. I combine it with cedarwood when my boys go out camping, and it keeps those bugs away. You can add 4 drops to a cup of Epsom salts for a soothing foot soak, or you can also put a few drops on cotton balls and place them on the vents in the house or in the car or in closets to freshen the air. The next oil blend is called Panaway, and this is one of the few oils that Young Living sells that has a child safety cap, and for good reason. This oil blend has some banging oils. It includes wintergreen, clove, helichrysum, which happens to be a very expensive oil, and peppermint. And it really does what it sounds like. It can help you feel soothed after exercise. It has kind of that hot-cold sensation. It also has a very stimulating smell to give a full body uplift. In fact, many older adults love this oil. It's also helpful for tension and discomfort. It soothes the skin while providing comforting warmth to muscles after exercise. And some women love this oil for helping with discomfort at that time of the month. It can be very soothing and may provide relief from normal tenderness and occasional discomfort during that time. And as I mentioned earlier, PanAway contains clove, which is the highest oil in antioxidants. It can promote a healthy immune system and may support overall wellness. Next up is tea tree oil. This is a treasure from Australia and has been used by indigenous people since the 1700s. It has a clean, almost medicinal scent, and it's safe to use with children when diluted properly. Tea tree supports a healthy immune system. It also cleanses and soothes common skin irritations. I know many moms who use this in homemade diaper cream. It also helps to maintain a healthy scalp. It's great to massage in, it stimulates, it helps balance, it makes your hair look really healthy. It also can reduce the appearance of blemishes. Think of this as your spot treatment helper. And finally, it's great for cleaning. Now, I like to use tea tree in the winter to keep those yucky critters away. It's strong and yet it's gentle, so I can use it around my children. Now, if you all like citrus, you are going to love this next oil. It is a dream and it smells amazing. Citrus Fresh is a happy blend that contains orange, tangerine, lemon, mandarin, grapefruit, and spearmint. It's relaxing and calming, and it's loved by children and adults alike. It's rich in the powerful antioxidant D-limonene, and it supports the immune system and overall health. It creates a clean, fresh scent in any environment. This is one of my favorite oils to diffuse. You also can add it to laundry for a revitalizing smell. It may be worn as a perfume or cologne to refresh and inspire you. It maintains the appearance of healthy, toned skin, and it also can beautify the skin. Now keep in mind that if you are going to be applying it to your skin, and that skin is going to be exposed to the sun, wait 24 hours because it can increase your sensitivity. And finally, this aroma brings a sense of well-being, creativity, and promotes feelings of joy. I absolutely love it. This next oil has an earthy and very subtle, agreeable scent. It's called Copaiba. And let's talk about how you actually use this oil. Now, traditionally, it's been used for digestion. So some people like to put it into honey and then mix it into tea. It supports the body's natural response to injury or irritation. It promotes wellness and can play an important part of a daily health regimen. And it's also historically been known as the intensifier, as it can enhance the action and effectiveness of other essential oils. For people who are on the road a lot and they can't control what they're going to be eating and they might get a sensitive stomach, I highly recommend the oil Digize. This is a really popular oil blend, and for good reason. Like its name suggests, it really focuses in on digestion, which is one of the chief complaints of most people. It contains ginger, anise, fennel, peppermint, tarragon, lemongrass, patchouli, and juniper. You can use it to support normal digestion. Some like to add it to a gel capsule. You can use this oil with every meal along with digestive enzymes to support your wellness. And like I mentioned earlier, if you travel a lot or you just struggle with indigestion, this is a great oil to have on hand. Next up is RC, an invigorating oil blend that really focuses in on eucalyptus. It has cypress, spruce, and 3 different types of eucalyptus. Now you can apply this oil diluted on the chest and on your neck and your throat areas as needed. Feet are also a great catch-all place for this oil. Some like to use it before exercise to inspire and uplift. Others swear by using it at nighttime before bed. I like to diffuse this oil for an invigorating aroma. It's a great oil to have in your home, especially during the winter. And finally, one of my favorite oil blends from Young Living, Stress Away. The name alone is amazing because who could not reduce their stress levels? But it really smells divine. It's got vanilla, lime, cedarwood, lavender, And this is how we use this oil. It promotes overall wellness. It helps to reduce mental rigidity and restore equilibrium for adults and children alike. It's created to combat normal stresses that creep into everyday life. It helps encourage relaxation and can reduce occasional nervous tension. Woo, we covered a lot of oils, 11 to be exact. And if you were to purchase these individually, they'd be quite expensive, especially because we have frankincense in there, which is a very pricey oil. And that's why I love that Young Living creates the Premium Starter Kit. This is a perfect tool to use as a beginner. So this kit includes those 11 essential oils that I talked about, a diffuser of your choice, small amber oil bottles, plus samples of popular oils and supplements. Now, when you purchase a premium starter kit, you'll have 4 diffuser options. There's the Dewdrop. Now, this is the one I always recommend to begin with because it's a great workhorse diffuser, it's easy to use, and it's the cheapest one. So if you get the premium starter kit with this Dewdrop, it's $160. Now, keep in mind, if you bought this all individually, you're looking at over $300, so it's a great value. There's also the Bamboo diffuser, which covers a little bit bigger of a square foot area, so if you have a bigger house or bigger rooms. Now, this with the kit is $170. There's also 2 fancier diffusers. One is the Rainstone, which is absolutely gorgeous. This is handcrafted, just beautiful. Now this one would cost you $205, which is actually an incredible deal because you would pay $223 just for the diffuser itself. And finally, we have the most gorgeous diffuser of all, the Aria. This is absolutely beautiful. It plays music, it has flashing lights, and this will cost you $270. Again, this is a great value because if you purchase just this diffuser retail, it's $296. Now, when you sign up for one of these premium starter kits, you become a wholesale member. And this is a wonderful value because you will get 24% off of any future purchases. Now, just so you know, there's no hidden fees, there's no penalties, so if you don't purchase another thing again from Young Living, your account will just go inactive. But as wholesale members, you do have access to some exclusive deals, promotions, and other free bonuses. Speaking of bonuses, I want to extend a special offer to you for watching my webinar. If you sign up with a premium starter kit in the next 48 hours, you will receive 3 free bonuses. First, I will send you some of my favorite reference material to help you learn how to use your oils. This material retails for around $20 and is full of recommendations, charts, and an educational content. 2 years later, I still use this reference material, so it's a really wonderful tool. The second bonus I'll send you is a diffuser necklace. Now, I actually have been wearing one this whole entire time. They're really easy to use. You basically open up this charm, and inside there is a black leather disc. And on this, you can just put whatever essential oil you love. So let's say I want to feel uplifted. I'll use a little RC, just add a couple drops, close it up, put it on my cord, and then just wear it throughout the day. So you will receive this with a cord. It actually comes in a little baggie. We have a card that will explain how to use it. And then the final bonus I'm going to send you is a roll-on of Abundance. So you'll get a roll-on. In here will be pre-diluted Abundance oil. This is a fabulous, exotic, spicy aroma. It has clove and frankincense and patchouli and orange. It smells really delicious, and it's great for just expanding your mind to new possibilities. Now, all you have to do to claim these 3 bonuses is purchase a premium starter kit using my link and then send me an email with the code BEGIN at oils@mamanatural.com, and we will automatically send you these 3 bonuses. Now, we'll be sure to send all of this information in a follow-up email, so be sure to look for it in your inbox or in your junk mail to be sure you can claim these bonuses. Also, when you join my team, you will unlock a whole world of resources to support you and your oil journey. So if you just want to get really educated on how to use them, we've got you covered. If you want to pursue the business side of essential oils, we have a whole team that is dedicated just to that. Or if you just want to connect with other like-minded people who are into healthy living, we have a huge community. So it'd be such an honor to have you join us. So there you have it, the Beginner's Guide to Essential Oils. I hope this information was helpful for you. I hope it empowered you. And I hope that you dive in and enjoy these essential oils. They really are a gift from nature. Thank you so much for spending time with me today, and we'll catch you next time.